y'all doing? How you doing? Hi. Well, this is cool. I've never been to Somerset before, so this is a lot of love. Thank you. I'm gonna remember Somerset.
Give it up for Diggy one more time.
Thank you.
Hi, Diggy. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Wow, you're all grown up.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm not that much older than you, but I did used to watch you on TV.
Yeah, yeah.
So, they love you.
I love you too.
They love you. So you come from a very, very famous family.
Yeah.
Faith, food, fashion, music. How has that shaped you into the man you are today?
I mean, I think you just have the taste level for a lot of different things. You know, my dad has always encouraged me to do whatever it is that I want. He's always been really open, and I encourage you all to go after whatever it is that you do, no matter what the people in your life may say. I think it's important to do the things that make you happy.
Absolutely.
That's the only way we can really live and be happy with ourselves when we go to sleep.
And to that point, they're very famous. So how did you not get caught up in, being a celebrity kid and, actually be successful in making your own and building your own brand and being your own person?
I think it's where they had us. I mean, when you grow up, I grew up in Jersey. I live more north, like more toward this city, but I grew up somewhere grounded. I wasn't like in LA, like, in Hollywood. Like
Saddlebrook, I think.
In Saddle River, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that? They're gonna be at your front door.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, Aries gang, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was growing up somewhere grounded, like this hit so close to home for me. Just like seeing the people in the congregation, like, the ladies, everybody's been so sweet. Like this is how I grew up. So that's how they kept me grounded.
Humble, humble.
Yeah.
So tell us how your family has influenced the way you make smart money decisions.
I mean, my dad, he always makes it like a thing. He always tells me like it's okay to be frugal, and if, you want to know what frugal means, if you don't know what it means, it's like cheap. Like he was like, it's fine to be cheap. It's fine to, not feel like you have to just because Instagram is telling you you need this new Gucci tracksuit that you gotta have it, because in like 3 years, people gonna be like, it's whack or it's not cool anymore. So get something that you think is gonna be like dope forever or fly forever, you really like. Don't just get it just because it's a moment or it's like fly for the moment and you don't wear it and it's like, it's a waste. So everything that I get, anything I invest in, is like, I genuinely like it for myself, and I'm gonna use it forever.
Because you're gonna have long money.
I want to, yeah.
Okay. So these are all high school juniors, seniors, and college students. Why do you think it's... Owie, I'm gonna act like a teacher. Why do you think it's important for them to know about financial behaviors at this level in their lives?
Yeah, I feel like people should know as soon as possible, because even the little things that you do with your money, whether it is like your parents give you, money for lunch, your parents give you an allowance, it's like whatever habits that you start to fall into right now is the way that you're gonna start living your life. Like, that's forever. So I think, they need to know what it is to be responsible with money so they can save and they can have the things that are actually a necessity, which is like having somewhere to stay, having, food, having like basic necessities, yes.
So tell us what's going on. We saw you last year on dfree-ish, on Grownish.
Yeah.
We see the new music dropping. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I have to go back to LA on Tuesday to shoot new episodes of
So you're coming
Grownish.
back for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
I'll be
lit.
back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I have to go back to LA to shoot Grownish. That's been like a whole lot of fun. Everybody who's on there, like you guys know Yara and Chloe and Hallie and Trevor, Luca. It's a good group of people. To be able to work somewhere where you have so much fun is dope. And then I'm dropping new music on November 9th. I drop a new album. It's been a really long time. Yeah. Yeah, I dropped a new album. It's called Lighten Up. Last night I dropped a song with a producer named Kate Trinata. I'm not sure if you guys know who that is. Yeah, Kate Trinata's fire. So, yeah, new
Okay.
music, new album.
So you're signed to Atlantic Records. Tell us, was
No,
that more
Empire now.
Empire?
Yeah, we switched.
Was that more of a business decision or music based?
Both?
Both?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Has your music or your career, how has your music influenced your finances?
My music influenced my finances. I mean, it's my job. Like,
Right.
it's what I do. So I feel like the more I get creative and the more that I pay attention to the things that I really enjoy, which I'm thankful enough that people enjoy, is how I make a more stable situation for myself. So that means I have to stay focused. I can't let like all the outside noise be a distraction, and that's easy to happen with like relationships, with social media, or just with people trying to tell you what you can and can't do, trying to like take you off your track. You can't let
So
it
to
happen.
that point, how do you balance everything with your love for music and everything else that you do? How do you balance everything out?
You have to make time. Like that's something that I learned. Like you can't just wing it. Like you can't wake up and figure out your day then. Or like it's not gonna be productive. You're gonna be trying to do a bunch of different things at once. You have to be like, okay, I'm gonna take these hours of the day to do this. And that's something that I had to learn. Because, you know, there were times where I was like, yo, I'm not getting things done because I'm not actually like pinpointing what it is that I want to do when I want to do it. Yeah.
So we're grownish.
Yes.
Tell me, what have you been doing to ensure that you will never ever be in debt? How are you protecting your future, Diggy?
Saving.
Okay.
Saving's a big part of it. And just having like, you know, people like my dad or just people financially who really care, you know what I'm saying? And have taught me what to do with my money, and how to not, you know, do the wrong things with it.
So last question for me. What pieces of advice, financial and lifestyle, smart money moves, financial game plays would you give these guys today?
Well, one of the things that I was talking about is where you invest your money, whether it be in property that lasts forever, especially here where you live. And I'd say not in the things, like I said, that aren't necessities. You know, really pay attention to what you're doing, where you're placing it. I feel like that's the biggest thing. You know, is, you know, do things that will make you money, not necessarily just throw it away and it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't go into anything. Put money into yourself, invest in yourself, in your future, what you believe in and what you want. Yeah.
Okay. I'm almost scared to ask this question.
Oh no.
Do we have any questions from the audience?
Yeah.
So this is how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna start on this side, and I'm gonna take 2 questions from each section. No, he's not gonna marry you. No, you're not gonna go on a date this week. I need like real live career questions. Like it's real. I'm gonna take you and you. Come on. So this is our first question.
Hey, I'm from Plainfield. My name is Esther.
Hi.
I want to know what exactly is your inspiration? Like, what made you go into music, into acting, and et cetera, et cetera?
I'd say like life experiences. Um, with my new music, a lot of it was me talking about how I got in my head too much. I started to overthink the whole process of being like, what is the result gonna be? What are people gonna think? And I had to end up telling myself that I do this for me. And I found a lot of people being able to relate. And that's like my favorite thing about making music is when I can take something that may be a struggle, maybe a challenge to me, and I can make it into something that's inspiring. Yeah.
How do you manage your time?
Like I said, planning. That's like a big part of it. And everything needs management. Like family time, time that you work, time that you do things for your health and body. So like working out and things like that. So just plan ahead.
Hi, my name is Genevieve. I'm from Piscataway High School. And my question is, did you go to college? And if you did, what did you major in?
No, I didn't end up going to college because I do music and I do film. But I do want to go. And what was your second part of the question?
What would you major in?
African American Studies. Yeah. But I still will actually. I still will study African American Studies. But later on, probably in the next like 2 to 3 years.
Thank you.
No problem. Hello.
Hi. Hi, my name is Niara, and what advice would you give to someone who would want to be in the acting industry?
Well, firstly, you should definitely focus on getting better at your craft. So like finding whatever acting classes that you can, whether it is that you go to a school for it, or there's certain acting like facilities, places, centers that have like group acting classes. So I'd say the first thing to do is that, just like do your research on classic films, watch people act. And yeah, those are the biggest things.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, my name is Destiny. I'm from Plainfield. Was it easy to like come out of the shadow of, like your father? Like, was it a hard process?
For me, it wasn't because I feel like I had a really specific vision for myself and what I wanted to do. I didn't feel like I wanted to do exactly what he did, even though we're in the same industry. So I just feel like a lot of my focus was on myself and how I wanted to go about it. So I didn't even allow people or what they were saying to get in front of my vision. I think that's just a big note in general, is like to like not let the outside noise crowd you. So yeah, not so much.
How you doing, Mr. Simmons? I'm
What's
Jeriah
going on?
McCrae. You in Somerset, New Jersey, but you in Franklin right now, representing Franklin High School. All right, so my question has to do with balance, right? You're about 18, 19 years old?
23.
So you're like 23 years old. How do you balance being 23? How do you balance being a mogul, a striving mogul, an actor, a musician, the son of a celebrity? How do you balance? How do you find, time for yourself? How do you find time to just be who you are?
You have to make everything, you have to find out what's important to you at that time. So if I say that I want to make an album, I have to make sure that that time is going into my album, and I can give other things time, but the time that I allot for that has to be like a lot of my week, and then I'll say, okay, it's a weekend, I'll make sure that I spend this amount of time with my family, or I've been in the studio 6 to days a week, let me make sure that this whole day goes to family and working out. So I think you have to just figure out how much you want to put into something and what that'll take for it to be able to get done. My G, thank you, man.
That's the first gentleman to ask a question. I'm gonna just say that. He's probably like, how many males are in the room? Raise your hand. I know the girls was like heavy in here
I'll
because they
count
wanted to
myself.
meet you. Okay, good. But
I
thank you
love
for
it.
being our first male question. We have a few more and then we'll wrap up. Go ahead. Whew, take a deep breath.
Okay, hi, my name is Tana.
Hi.
Okay, my question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
That's great. In 10 years, in 10 years, I definitely want a family. Family's a big thing to me. Yeah. So I definitely want a family. I've had to have wanted to tour a lot more. I have toured already, but I want to tour a lot more. I want to do more films, especially with people that inspire me, different actors that inspire me, different directors that I love. I think, yeah, that's like the biggest thing that I want is to just do more with people that I love and people that inspire me.
Thank you.
Oh. My name is Jada, and my question is, if you weren't doing music, what would you do?
Well, I do act, but if it wasn't those, it would be fashion-based, yeah. That was what I was gonna do before even music was go into fashion design. I was gonna go to the Fashion Institute Technology for school, yeah.
Thank you. How's it going, Diggy?
How you doing?
I hear your interest in African American studies.
Yes, sir.
And that's where I intend on going to school to get my master's in African American studies. But I wanted to ask you quickly, both dead and alive, name one person that you'd like to meet.
Wow.
That either has passed or is alive that have affected your thought processes or your thinking.
James Baldwin, yeah. Yeah, James Baldwin is incredible, and if you haven't seen I Am Not Your Negro, it is a great documentary, yeah.
All right. Can I take two more questions? This young lady, and then I have one in the front, and then we'll go. Okay. Okay.
What's one artist or actor that you want to work with that you haven't?
An artist that I really want to work with? Ooh, newer artist or older artist? Doesn't matter? That's alive.
It doesn't matter, dead or alive.
Okay. Cardi's fire. Dang, there's so many people. I'd say probably Nas. I never got to work with Nas. I've obviously met and been around Nas, but yeah, Nas.
Excellent. Good question. All right. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Ketron. I'm from Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Hello.
The question I have for you is, what was the hardest obstacle you had to overcome?
I'd say myself. Like being able to get over at times like not feeling good enough that I can do something. Or getting in my own way, like self-sabotage. Like thinking too much about, you know, what it is that I'm gonna do, what the creative process is gonna be. So just me getting out of my own way, that's been the biggest obstacle. Thank you.
I have one more question.
Yeah. You want one?
All right, go ahead. Ask it.
I might get in trouble for this one.
Uh-oh.
It's not worth it, sis. It's not worth
Tell me my ear first. Tell me my ear first. No, don't ask that. It wasn't a bad question, but I don't want to open up the floodgates. Oh, this was my last question, I promise. Yeah. It was Aliana. It was.
My
Oh, wow.
question is, I've never heard your music before, so can you sing for us?
You want me to rap something? Okay. You guys would have to rap it with me. I'll do something that you guys all know. Okay.
You better take your camera out now because getting ready to go.
So, where's my missus right now? I need her right now. I got some things I wanna say, so I'm gonna write it down. Wipe me down, wipe me down. If I like you, you wipe it now. I predict one day we'll be together. I'm a psychic owl. Been to the south, been to the bay. Even took a few trips out of the States. I know you an angel, so maybe I should look out of space. Hey, D-I-double-G-Y's looking for the right one. Prodigy, double R, Princeton, right, let them know where we coming from. Right. Throwback.
So was this good? Was this good?
Did you like it? Thank you. Can I have a hug? Nice to meet you.
Give it up for Diggy, y'all.